I'm usually watching the ball when I'm playing, but I mean you have to be aware of where the other player is on the court, because I mean you want to hit your shot where he's not generally. But yeah, I mean I'm always watching the ball. I never really take my eyes off the ball.
If you know where your opponent is, then the ball doesn't have to be in as good of position, and you can place the ball to avoid your opponent, and obviously it makes it that much harder for him to run and get to the ball. So I mean you have to keep track of the ball in order to hit the shot, but if you know where your opponent is without actually being able to look at him, then you'll be able to position the ball in the best place.
If the ball's really tight, that's your goal when you're hitting a shot. You're trying to hit it as tight as possible. So yeah, it's definitely tougher when it's closer to the walls. Trying to get it as tight as you can and then dying in the back.
Every once in a while you'll throw a shot down the middle, but in general you want to have everything as tight and as close to the corners as possible. So much of the game is anticipating where the ball is going to be, and using your peripheral vision you can kind of see out of the corner of your eye whether your opponent is creeping up on you or trying to move around you. It'll help you position the ball and pick your shots better. Typically you want to be in front of your opponent. That means you're dominating the tee is what it's called. That's the center of the court. But if you hit a short ball up front and you feel like your opponent hasn't been placing drop shots well or hasn't been hitting his rails tight, then that might be a good position, because you're going to be able to see exactly where he's hitting the ball while you're behind him, and then maybe play an attacking rail after that. Whereas if your opponent's behind you, it might be more difficult for you to see the ball because you're looking over your shoulder, but at the same time you're in front of the court, you're in front of your opponent, so it's going to be easier for you to go track the ball down and harder for your opponent to play a winning shot. Hi, my name's Will Ahmed. Thank you for joining Harvard Squash today.